Hey friends, it's Kat here. We are going to jump right back into The Legend of Korra Book 3. Sorry, that was like mouth sounds ASMR. Anyways, we are going to be continuing the next few episodes of The Legend of Korra Book 3, and shiz, I think it's about to hit the fan, y'all, now that Zahir has somehow telepathically tracked down Korra's whereabouts, and they no longer have the element of surprise and the element of safety, and nobody else knowing their location is dwindling. I went on a whole rant, a whole little mini deep dive into what he could bring to the game other than being an absolutely adept and seemingly masterful airbender at this point. Continuously quotes, the wisest airbender that ever lived, seems to know a lot of lore to the point that it was enough to raise some alarm bells for Kaya as she was able to uncover his identity. I think he's either a massive fanboy or must have some severe vendetta. I don't know. We're gonna freaking find out. I have to just stop guessing. All I've theorized about is, for example, the rest of his companions were imprisoned in circumstances that correlated with their respective threats. So for Pali example, she was suspended miles underground in this icy dungeon to prohibit her spontaneous brain combustion, and they even went so far as to put a plate of metal over her prefrontal cortex. They were taking no risks with her, but of course it pertained to, the threat that she brings to the table. Watery arms, she was suspended over absolute molten boiling lava, air probably dry as shiz so that she couldn't waterbend. Zahir was trapped on a remote mountainous rock with no contact, not even anyone guarding him 24/7. That's what I was fixated on. The rest of his companions had constant security, constant White Lotus overwatch, but he was left to his own in complete and total isolation. So what could that hint to? What could that mean in regards to his capabilities that made him such a threat? Because he's the leader of this group of incredibly skilled and adept and very fierce and formidable bending foes, yet he himself was not a bender before suddenly, acquiring the abilities during harmonic convergence. So what does his complete and total isolation have to do with the threat that he inherently brings to the table? Does he have some sort of weird spiritual, telepathic, mind-controlling capabilities? He was able to meditate and somehow figure out where the frick Korra is. So, but I think shiz is about to hit the fan either way, y'all. I think her spare time that we had here to explore Lynn's character, meet her family, kind of world build a little bit more, is coming to a close. And isn't she gonna go rendezvous with Tenzin now at the temple? I think we are in clear and present danger here, so without further ado, let's get in and see what we're working with. Episode 7, Original Airbenders. Oh shiz! Let's get it! And there's Boomy in the airbending outfit. Oh frick, I'm so excited.
But although the new recruits show a lot of promise, they still have a lot to learn. Tenzin has brought the airbenders to the Northern Air Temple to begin their training.
Oh my god! I'm ready to see him absolutely lose his patience.
His pupils once again pleaded with their master to eat something. Instead, he simply meditated, getting his nourishment from the universe.
I come seeking boring stories to take back to the spirit world.
Don't tempt him, Boomy! Don't tempt him! Well, that didn't take long for Tenzin to lose his patience.
Bison like that.
After many years of practice and intense training.
Wow, look at that.
Can we ride those?
It would take many years to tame them.
Dad! We brought you more airbenders.
We'll just pick this up tomorrow.
Zahir infiltrated the air temple.
What?
I fought with him, but he got away.
Avatar Korra is calling on the temple radio.
Where are you?
With Beifong's sister and Zaofu.
Lynn willingly took you to her sister?
Not exactly. A new airbender, and it turned out to be Sue's daughter, Opal.
That's wonderful.
She is wonderful and pretty and so smart, and she smells like flowers.
Tenzin. I love him.
No one seems to be interested in the hard work required to become a part of the Air Nation.
What about Boomy? Maybe he has some ideas about how to get people motivated.
Boomy? He's my worst student.
Yeah, but he loves to organize people. Trick him into taking more responsibility by making him think the whole thing was his idea.
Oh.
Actually sounds like a good plan.
Korra's got him figured out.
We should go down there. I want to fly one of those Bisons. We'll be back before anyone realizes we're gone.
Little Kai still up to his mischief.
Baby Bisons! Airbus and calves can't fly for a week or two after they're born. Be careful, the mothers are very protective.
Oh no. No, don't get too close!
Kai, get out of there!
Oh, frick. Oh. Same. She grabbed him with her leg.
Wow. You know, you're an incredible airbender. Why don't you have tattoos like an airbending master? If anyone's a master, you are.
Oh.
Boomy, can I talk to you? I need your help.
Oh, yeah? With what?
I don't think I'm doing very well with the new airbenders. What would you do if you were in charge? Help me be more like you.
Oh my god.
Love to.
Playing right into the palm of his hand.
Rule with an iron fist. Show them who the master is.
Thanks for the insight.
Oh god.
What are you doing? It's barely light out.
Was your idea, Boomy?
Now get moving,
He's like, that's not what I asked for. Tenzin snapping into beast mode, I love it.
You know, when I said that thing about an iron fist...
Hush. Meditation time.
He's like, I take it back. Oh god.
It's not hard if you concentrate. Get back up! What's the matter? You can't handle it, soldier?
Oh my Tenzin. Is he shaving everyone's head?
Shaved, an airbender is able to feel the wind around him. Shaving your head is a personal choice.
Wait, what?
Anyone else?
Maybe we should give them a break.
Junora, I have this under control.
Ooh, she's gonna take Kai's advice into her own hands. Oh! Oh! Okay, Kai. Are those cactuses?
If you don't make it over in the next 30 seconds, they'll all have to run through the course again.
Oh!
Get back on that wall, recruit! You're letting your fellow airbenders down.
I never wanted to be an airbender, and I'm too old to be back in boot camp.
Fine, quit!
When do we get to go home and visit our families?
Go home?
This is just as bad as the Earth Queen's prison.
I'm tired of all this complaining. Junora, take over.
Well, since I'm a master, when do you think I can get my tattoos? I was just talking to Kai, and he was asking me, so...
Kai, the answer is no. You're just a little girl.
I'm not a little girl anymore. I know everything about our culture and history, and I have a stronger connection with the spirits than you ever will.
Don't rub
Lead
it
your
in.
own class.
Don't rub it in.
He just can't believe that I'm grown up now, and I don't need him telling me what to do. I know something that'll cheer you up. Where did all the spirits go? Where are the babies?
Oh! Oh, shiz. Oh, frick. What the flip? I didn't realize this place was inhabited.
Doing in my camp. They're those new airbenders. Must be living up at the temple.
What the frick?
The bossing say, with the rest of the fresh meat.
Oh, frick.
Boomy, I want to apologize for losing my patience.
I'm not talking to you.
Hey! Where's Junora?
I saw her fly off on her glider with her boyfriend.
What?
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
Oh, Tenzin, snap in, come on.
They're endangered.
That's why they're worth so much.
You're disgusting.
Earth Queen really freaking stinks.
Maybe I can send a message. Go find Boomju.
Tenzin just wants to boss everybody around. I'm too old for that. Wait, did Junora send this spirit? Is she in trouble? Junora's in trouble. We have to go get her.
I don't want to get into trouble.
Master Tenzin isn't here. It's up to us. Airbenders, move out!
Oh, well, this will certainly be a trial for how they can handle real-world troubles together with their newfound skills.
Bison rustlers.
I don't know if I'm ready to get in a fight with some bison rustlers.
Listen, this is what we've been training for. Remember how we persevered together on the obstacle course?
You actually quit.
Well, I'm not quitting now. We're airbenders, and there aren't many of us, so we've got to stick together. And we're not leaving until we bring them home.
Leave no airbender behind!
Yes, Boomy.
In, down.
Hey, what are you doing out?
Go, attack team, let's go. No. Oh, he can sense it with his scalp. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, Milo. Oh my god.
What's going on down there?
Kai!
I'm coming, Korra.
This music, I have chills. Let's go, new airbenders. This is freaking amazing.
I give up.
Ooh.
An airbender never attacks a defenseless opponent. But that was very good technique.
You never mess with an airbender's Bison.
I never could have dodged that net. You guys should totally get shaved.
I'm proud of you. You remind me of Dad.
I'm sorry I've been causing you so much trouble. I never really felt like I was part of the Air Nation before.
You are now. The Bison are the original airbenders. They recognize their own kind.
I'm sorry for running off.
We're just lucky no one was hurt. Perhaps I was too harsh with you.
Does that mean I can get my airbender tattoos?
My little girl is grown up enough to have her tattoos.
Do it.
But I promise I'll think about it.
I want to see her with her tats. Why do I want to cry right now?
I guess everyone is growing up.
Oh, such a dad thing to say, Tenzin. You know, as I suspected, Tenzin's had his whole lifetime to learn all the lore and everything there is to know and just do nothing but study and master everything there is about airbending. And so to then train this new crop of recruits who maybe don't necessarily share that same enthusiasm, you know, I guess it was only a matter of time before people start to question, when can we go home? Is this a permanent situation? Or even for Boomy's, you know, true frustrations to come out. Him expressing, I never wanted to be an airbender. Yes, he confessed it in a moment of, you know, anger and frustration, and everyone's just tired and exhausted because Tenzin's putting them through the absolute ringer. But I wonder if there was a little bit of truth to that. I mean, he obviously confessed there, in spite of being Aang's son, I never truly necessarily felt any connection to that. And of course, being the only of the children from Aang and Katara to not have bending abilities, I'm sure he really felt isolated in a way like that. And so, you know, you would think for him to suddenly acquire airbending and be able to continue the lineage of his father and that legacy and be a part of that, suddenly, he makes a good point though. Like, it does beg the question, you know, did he ever ask for that? And that similar type of expectation and having to live up to that Tenzin's had weighing on his shoulders his entire life. But one thing I was curious about, and not that I was necessarily like questioning or frustrated by their choice to have Boomy be one of the first people to discover that they can airbend after harmonic convergence, but one thing that did make his character so dynamic and interesting is the fact that he couldn't bend. He was the only one of his siblings, you know, the child of the Avatar who didn't have any bending capabilities at all, but what he brings to the table is, yes, he's really like a child trapped in an adult's body at times. When the time comes, he can really snap into it. You know, he has all these epic stories of, you know, his time in command and whatnot, and he really can lead the charge, and Tenzin always kind of just writes it off or even questions the validity of, you know, all of these epic tales that Boomy is trying to retell to everybody of his quests and whatnot and his adventures. But yes, we saw him step up in season 2 when everybody else is imprisoned by Unalaq and it's up to Boomy to break them all out, but he kind of just like lucks into it. I feel he kind of was very klutzy about his rescue at the time, and I think he lucked into it and wasn't necessarily intending on taking out the entirety of Unalaq's camp to save everybody else. But to see Bumi here actually really snap in and still be able to utilize the skills that he had before that made him special prior to bending, you know, I guess I did maybe question a little bit like, he's such a special character in his own right, and he's a great vessel for one of the great morals of this show and this story, which has been, yes, the bending characters are bosses in their own right, but so are the characters who offer something else in situations like this. So I'm glad that they haven't necessarily like erased that element of Bumi's character and what makes him special, what value he brings to the table. He was able to snap in and still employ all of that, employ all of his knowledge and what he brings in order to solve this problem here and troubleshoot and rally the group, which Tenzin doesn't necessarily have, you know, those types of skills either. And, you know, Tenzin's also just a great character. I've loved him from the start, but his journey, you know, learning to be a teacher necessarily as well with Korra and having similar struggles translating here, you know, it's a learning curve for him as well. And especially now having to then try to translate that same love and appreciation for, you know, the airbending nation and all of its history and lore. But sometimes all it takes is a little bit of real world experience to appreciate, you know, these newfound skills, not just exercising them in obstacle courses necessarily and whatnot, but applying them to the real world while still learning, you know, the values that Tenzin's trying to, you know, impose, of course, especially since we've seen the opposite of, you know, airbending being used by a more powerful foe such as Zahir, and he's certainly not afraid to dunk on people and use it, of course, for bad intentions. The challenge here of being able to raise a newfound, you know, air nation is the fact that you want to still be able to keep that integrity, that backbone, which I imagine might be, I don't know, it's just an interesting struggle. I really want to see Tenzin go toe-to-toe with Zahir because, as Kaya pointed out, you know, he seems to have this fixation with Guru Lahima, and Tenzin's familiar with that, so I'm sure we're gonna get more backstory and lore about that. Listen, y'all, I'm starting to have some fears that, like, somebody's gonna die this season. I don't know. The way that they have hyped up the threat of, you know, Zahir and the rest of his companions, and I don't know, if we see him go toe-to-toe with Tenzin, I want to see that, but for Tenzin, I imagine that will be absolutely wild, because based on the way we've seen Zahir in combat, he seems to not necessarily embrace the same integrity and moral compass as Tenzin's trying to impress upon his students of you never want to harm an unarmed or, you know, defenseless opponent and whatnot. I don't know if Zahir will possess the same respect in that regard. So for Tenzin, who does play by the rules here and has so much true respect, to see Zahir come in and perhaps threaten all of that, this was a fun episode, but I'm gonna keep going because I feel like, alright, this was another fun little bit of delaying the inevitable. For the next few episodes, I'm probably just gonna do 2 episodes grouped at a time per reaction and then save the final 3 all for one, since we have an odd number here for this season with 13 episodes. So we're gonna finish up today with episode 8, The Terror Within. And I am terrified, so I think we're gonna make contact. I think they're finally gonna frickin' get to Korra.
Korra is now the first metal-bending avatar. Meanwhile, the airbender Zahir is closing in on Zaofu. But what do these mysterious criminals want with the avatar?
Are we gonna frickin' find out? It's on episode 8 now. We're already over halfway through the season. I need answers. Oh, phew. Ooh, frick Korra, yes!
I can't believe I'm sparring with the Avatar.
I can't believe I'm stuck with her friend.
Oh.
I think I got it. Let me just try this. Nope. Okay, maybe trial by fire.
Oh, nice shot, Bolin. Cheater.
Metal bending is extremely difficult. No one gets it right away.
Meanwhile, Korra's over there. Don't take that personally, though, Bolin. She's the Avatar.
Metal bending champion.
Guys, it's time to get cleaned up. Tonight's Opal's farewell dinner.
This is the worst day ever.
Aww.
Thanks for making my favorite meal.
I'm really going to miss you, Opal.
Every time I eat raw kale, I'm gonna think of you.
You're so sweet. We'll be together soon. You guys are heading up after finding more airbenders, right? Until then, we'll always have kale.
I can't hear anything. I hate sitting down here. Not because of you.
Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. Here's to Opal. May she help lead us into the new era.
Oh. Well, thank God she's gonna be safe.
Lock it down for the night.
Ah, shoot. No!
Get out first thing in the morning.
No, you're not gonna make it. They're gonna get there. They are gonna get there. They're about to sneak in. Whoa, wait, what? They put a giant dome over the cities? Frick, no, it's happening. God. Oh, frick.
Kill. Sleep.
So much for this being the safest city in the world, huh? Oh, F. Korra, wake up! No! Korra! Frick! Ah, frick! No, frick! Oh, shiz. God dang it. No.
Habu, it's not playtime right now, okay?
But let me freaking need you!
Have to have a talk with... What the heck? They got Korra! They've got Korra! Let her go!
Oh.
So much for the element of surprise.
Backup plan.
We need Lynn! Oh, F. Oh, come on, boss! Please! Okay.
We have you surrounded. It's over. That guy's lava bending. That's awesome. Lee, not good for us.
F. What the frick do y'all want? Wake up! Save yourself, come on. Oh, God.
How did they get in here? We're not letting them escape.
Y'all better not.
Lynn and I can drop in from the dome on cables.
Except we'll get blown up the second that third-eyed freak sees us.
Third eye freak.
If one of you can stun her, her powers will be knocked out temporarily.
Bolin can land a shot.
You have to take her out right before we drop down.
I do?
Oh, come on, gang. I mean, I feel like this is all gonna be for naught. Ah, frick. You're giving them an escape route. Ah, frick. Come on. You're a hero, Bolin. I know you are.
I said no! Wait!
Oh, no. Come on, Bolin. No. Come on. He did it. Get her! Go! Oh, thank God. No. No. Oh, F. No. No! I hate this. You just know they're gonna get her. Okay, sis. Fabulous.
We failed!
Good. Tell me they all just didn't disappear. What the F?
Where did they go?
Search the entire estate.
You assured me this was one of the most secure places in the world.
Obviously, this was a well-planned operation, so don't blame me.
It would seem they had some inside knowledge of Zaofu. They must have been working with someone.
Whoever betrayed my city will suffer the consequences.
True, they probably bribed somebody.
What is your full name?
Maybe it wasn't a guard after all. Maybe it was someone a little higher up the food chain. Why don't you question Sue?
I'll gladly be questioned. I have nothing to hide.
What is your full name?
Su Yin Beifong.
This is a waste of time. Just bring in the next guard.
I'm Hong Li.
Do you have any knowledge of the people who tried to kidnap the Avatar?
No.
Oh.
You're lying.
What? No, I'm not.
I suggest we search his place.
Oh.
I got something. Team assembled, ready to rendezvous. Let's go confront him with this evidence right now.
No, he will talk eventually.
Maybe it's the truth teller.
That guard is only 18 years old. Zahir and his gang have been in prison for more than 13 years.
The evidence is pretty overwhelming.
Maybe a little too overwhelming?
I think it's the truth teller guy.
I was saying that I can smell a conspiracy when I see one. If I was trying to set someone up, I would tell everyone he's guilty and then plant the evidence in his apartment as proof.
You mean exactly like what you did to me?
Remember how great that worked?
Maybe he's just the fall guy for the only person who can truly keep a secret in this city. Aiwei.
Get him.
Oh, it's like a desert on a jar.
We don't want Aiwei to know we were in here if we can't find anything. Look at these scuff marks. I think this bookshelf slides open.
Oh, frick.
It could be how Zahir got in and out.
Aiwei's coming back.
What are you doing in my house?
What are you doing with the secret trapdoor?
You'd better have a good explanation.
We came here because things weren't adding up, and we thought you might have some answers.
So, what is not adding up exactly? Found evidence in his apartment. Maybe he was bribed. We will find out those answers in time. If it wasn't him, who do you think it was? You don't think I had something to do with this, do you?
We're just looking for answers.
You have no idea what is coming for you, Avatar.
Oh, F. Oh, God. Queen! Oh, shit! Well, there goes any other evidence.
He's gone. What happened? We heard an explosion.
Your trusted advisor was the one who betrayed us. He was lying about the guard. We confronted him, and he bolted through here.
And he rigged an explosion to destroy any evidence that might have been here.
I trusted him.
We located the end of the tunnel, but there's no sign of him.
I thought we were family, but it was all a lie.
We're going to hold off our search for airbenders and hunt down Aiwei. Naga can track his scent.
There could be other secret agents in other parts of the world looking for you right now.
If I wasn't safe here, then I'm not safe anywhere. I have to stop them. I'm the Avatar. This is my job.
Don't lecture me about jobs.
Listen to Lin.
But
I promise you, Aiwei and everyone he's working with will be brought to justice. I'll have my people prep your airship and you can leave first thing in the morning.
Korra's kind of right, though. They're just gonna keep coming after her.
Sue.
You really think Naga could track Aiwei?
Definitely.
Then here. It's all gassed up and ready to go.
What?
You rebel.
Why?
I'll deal with Lin in the morning.
Oh, you will.
Let's get this guy.
Oh, team's back. Right after I just decided I was only gonna watch 2 episodes today, sweet lord. Well, this at least adds so much insight. We have some answers, but still freaking... We came into this with questions, we left with at least one answer I think that you can conclude from context clues, and still then 50,000 more questions. Ugh. But one thing I think that has become more abundantly clear, obviously, is the fact that Zahir and his comrades are not working alone. I think they are part of a larger cult, which means the threats could truly be anywhere. Perhaps there's even a larger power or somebody else, behind the scenes controlling that they answer to. They keep suggesting we failed. Weirdly enough, I have this strange suspicion, I don't know. They're all terribly violent, yes, but why do I feel like they don't necessarily want to do Korra harm? Her family, they never were able to conclude necessarily what their original intentions were with her when they tried to seize her in her youth, and they all never talked, during their imprisonment, so nobody fully even knows necessarily what their intentions were. Yes, they come across as extremely violent and dangerous. Well, actually, no. Aiwei was you have no idea what is about to come for you. That frick. So here I am. Actually, never mind. When they were in the middle of trying to kidnap her, I was questioning, like, why they're saying they failed, which to me implies they're answering to either a higher power or a higher objective, a higher goal that is larger than just the four of them. So it makes sense if this extends beyond them and transcends to a larger scale of threat here, whatever you would want to call a larger cult at hand, at play. But if that's the case, why has this cult necessarily been dormant all these years while the four of them were all, trapped in prison? There's too many dark questions. It's like, all right, we're getting some answers, but I still am like, come on now. I can't anymore with this toiling and this dangling in front of me that this large, dangerous, looming, awful threat is coming for Korra, this perilous danger that she has no idea what's in store. What's the line? What did he frickin' say to her?
You have no idea what is coming for you, Avatar.
That doesn't, I guess subtext implies absolute danger. I don't know. Very foreboding, obviously, not good vibes, but I can't keep theorizing about this anymore. But how much they have dangled this over us, how much they have just built this dire looming threat. It's just like, okay, come on, please. I just give it to me straight. Just tell me at this point. I can't. Are there others waiting in the wings, who've just been dormant here for the past however many years, 13 years? Nobody knows what their intentions are, but that obviously doesn't necessarily bode like anything other than a threat. You have no idea what's coming for you. I don't think they're trying to kill Korra necessarily. They need her for some larger task, some weird larger purpose. I'm ready to finally get more answers here. I can't believe I set myself up for just these 2 episodes today. Sweet Lord. Y'all have built them up to the brink. I know how dangerous they are. Also, I was reserved to the fact that they were just going to take her and successfully kidnap her. I actually did not have faith or think that they were going to pull through and maneuver around that, because look at that. Look at them. The 4 of them together. I see exactly what Zuko was suggesting. When you combine all of them in the same freaking room, nobody can really freaking defeat them. And what the frick? They teleported? But it could be similar situation, with Amon. He had every opportunity to, he seized Korra before and bested her and could have taken her out then, or, taken her bending then in that moment, but he saved it for the right time. So I guess you could make the same argument here with these 4. They could have, if they really wanted to kill Korra, if that was their task, if that's their quest and objective, they could have just done it. They obviously had the chance, and it would have been much quieter and quicker, and they could have just gone in, gotten out. So they had that element of surprise. They totally had every opportunity. They could have done it. So why didn't they? Which is what's leading me to question, do they necessarily want to cause her harm? Because yes, they've established them surface level, just appearances, but if none of them talked, nobody knows what their true intentions, what they're truly motivated by. Does their mission or do their intentions have something to do with that? Like, they present as extremely dangerous and volatile threats to society, but in fact they're not necessarily, I don't know. When previously interrogated, none of them coughed anything up or betrayed each other, when you would think in a scenario like that they would want to, perhaps, especially when you know that you're getting locked up in the absolute most maximum security circumstances possible that they were all in. It's like, did they ever have any faith that they were gonna break out? Like, did they just assume? Have they just been waiting, knowing that their time would come? And if they are operating in a larger group, a larger power, a larger threat, why wouldn't anyone have stepped up to replace them, in this quest? I don't know, maybe the setup here is like, yeah, they present as extremely dangerous threats, and Zuko himself said that it can take down the whole world, but is that their goal? But obviously this isn't great circumstances at all. I'm judging here. Lynn's sister, she should know darn well this is absolutely incredibly dangerous, knowing that the threat is still out there, and now knowing that literally anyone, even your most trusted accomplices, can be working against them, conspiring, part of this larger threat. Now I feel like they should at least hopefully know that they can't trust anyone, that anybody could be working and conspiring here with Zahir and the rest of them. I just don't understand. She should have known, I feel like, that this is a huge liability, a huge risk. Lynn is gonna rip her a new one, I feel like, when she finds out about this. Korra's point, however, I do think she is right in arguing, why are we gonna just hide? They're clearly just gonna come back. Why don't we face it head on to try to just eliminate that threat? We know that if they're gone, so is the threat, but is that the case now? But she does make a good point, and I think for her, especially in this, she probably just wants to know and understand what she's working with. She's seen now what she is up against. I think she deserves to know what it is exactly they want with her, what her purpose is, how she fits in with them, whatever this obsession is, especially since they came after her when she was so young initially and defenseless, you know, a child. It also begs the question, you know, why Korra? If their quest has something to do with the Avatar in general, why wouldn't they have necessarily gone after Aang? Holy shiz, I didn't think about that. Maybe this has literally nothing to do with her being the Avatar at all, because if that were the case, if the Avatar as a symbol, as an individual, is part of the quest, they would have gone after Aang. He was probably too powerful, or, you know, at that point it's easier for them to kidnap a child, you know, than to go after the full-fledged Avatar after his lifelong career, you know? I mean, maybe that's the explanation for it. Maybe it does have something to do with the Avatar as an entity and what they represent, and so it was just easier for them to try to kidnap Korra as a child. But I'm beginning to think now, maybe it has nothing to do with her being the Avatar at all. What? Why? I can't. I'm done. I'm cutting it off. I'm ending it here. The one time I only freaking sit down to do 2 episodes, and it ends like this. So yeah. Frick. Well, sorry that this was literally yet another episode of me just absolutely running circles around my mind trying to figure out what the frick any of this could mean. Hopefully we continue to get more answers as we go along. I will see you guys in the next few episodes. Again, I think I'm going to watch episode 9 and 10 so that I can do 11, 12, and 13 as a final trio, a final arc, since you guys have warned me that things really kick into high gear at the end of the season, and I'm not going to want to split those episodes up. I'm going to need to just sit down and watch it all through. So thank you guys so much for joining me here for this. I will catch you guys in the next few episodes, but until then, I hope you guys are doing so well as always, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, guys.